Hello, welcome to Chingster's video on problem solving with systems. In this video, you will learn how to apply your knowledge on systems to solve word problems. Let's get to it. So the problem solving method, so there are basically about 5 steps. So step 1, decide which two unknowns. For example, call them x and y. And don't forget the units. Step 2, write down two equations connecting x and y. Step 3 is where you solve those equations simultaneously. So as systems. And step 4, check your solutions with the original data given. And step 5, write your answer in the context of the problem. For example, if they're asking for the price, then you have to answer in terms of price, or they're asking about distance, then you answer in terms of distance. Now let's look at how we can solve some word problems. For example 1, two numbers have a sum of 45 and a difference of 13. Find the numbers. So we will now let x and y be the two unknowns. And also, I can let x be greater than y. And feel free to pause the video to try it on your own before checking your solutions with mine. Okay, so the x and y be the two unknown numbers, right? And then we know that the sum, which operation does sum have? Yes, it is a plus or addition. So x plus y is equals to 45. And difference will be subtraction. So x minus y is equals to 13. Now, after you set up the system, you can use elimination or substitution method to solve. So when I look at these two equations, very conveniently, I think I will use elimination. So, and think about the variables that you want to eliminate. In this case, both x and y have the same coefficient, okay, and y has opposite signs, so I'm going to just add the two equations together. So you can see that x and x adds up to give you a 2x, and y actually crosses out, and right hand side I'm going to have 58. So very nicely I've eliminated y, and I divide both sides by 2. I will end up with x equals to 29. And for y, I know that 29, I'm going to substitute x equals to 29 into equation 1, and then 29 plus y equals to 45. I will subtract both sides with by 29, so y is equals to 16. Therefore, the two numbers are 29 and 16, and you can always check to see whether they are correct. See if 29 plus 16 equals to 45, and see whether 29 minus 16 equals 45. Now let's look at example 2. 5 pens and 12 rulers cost 420 baht. 8 pens and 2 rulers cost 500 baht. What is the cost of 1 pen? What is the cost of 1 ruler? So here I'm going to let P be the cost of 1 pen. You can let it be X or Y. I'm going to let R be the cost of 1 ruler. You can pick your variables to be X or Y. Okay, in this case I use P and R because it's easier to identify the pens and rulers. And we know that 5 pens and 12 rulers cost 420. So this N will be the plus symbol and cost will be equal sign. So in this case, if one pen costs P dot but, so 5 pens will be 5P, and if one ruler costs R but type but, we're gonna have so 12 ruler, so this is 420. Same thing for 8 pens is 8P plus 2R, and that gives me 500. You can see here the variables, they don't have the same common coefficient. So I'm going to think about which variable I want to eliminate, and I need to transform one equation so that I can eliminate the variable. In this case, I'm going to look at R because I have a 12R here and a 2R here. I will transform equation 2. I'm going to multiply it by 6 so that I get 12R on the second equation. So 8 times 6 will be 48. 48P plus 12R is equals to 3000. So I'm going to call this equation 3. And now I need to use equation 1 and 3 to eliminate R and to solve for P. So I will take, because 12R and 12R, they have the same sign, I'm going to use subtraction. So it will be 3 minus 1. So 48 minus 5, I will end up with 43P is equals to 2580. And now we divide both sides by 43. And I'm going to end up with P is equals to 60. And we will substitute P equals to 60 into the first or second equation. I will pick the second one because the numbers are smaller. So 8 times 60 plus 2R is equals to 500. So 8 times 60 is 480 plus 2R is equals to 500. And you subtract 480 from both sides. And 2R is equals to 20, and divide both sides by 2. R is equals to 10. So you should really check your work to see whether the answers are correct. So it's 5 times 60 plus 12 times 10. Does it give you 420? This 300 plus 120, yes, is equals to 420. And then 8 times 60 plus 2 times 10, does it give you? See what it gives you. So this is 480 plus 20, yes, it gives you 500. So we can say that the cost of one pen is 860 Thai baht. Cost of one ruler is 10 Thai baht. We have now reached the end of our video. I hope that you have understood how to apply systems to solve some examples, and please work on the rest of the examples on your own, and we'll check the answers in next class. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe. See you again. Bye.